So starting that process now, obviously with the announcement a couple of weeks ago, we've quickly gotten to work looking at the plans to enhance this. And that's what we talked about earlier. The support of the Vackars is going to allow us to do some things to this already beautiful stadium, but it's going to take it to the next level, really get it ready for college football, and make sure we have all the fan amenities for our students and the fans across the Rio Grande Valley. Here in the next couple of months, we'll be announcing more details and plans, but their investment and the announcement today is going to help make all of that a reality.
The naming right well, it did not take very long. Uh, you know, Bob was part of the committee that we formed, 2016 or 2017, to plan football here. And remember, it probably would have come sooner. We had a little thing called COVID, right? So it kind of disrupted everything for several years. But, Bob was, and Janet both, they were on board with this from the beginning, and they told us, that we want to do something transformative for football. So we've been talking about this for a little while and waiting for the right time to make it public. So, Kelly is probably better to answer that. The one thing I can tell you, this is absolutely transformative, and gifts of this size are very rare. They're rare not just at UTRGV, but they're rare around the United States, and there are only a few institutions that ever get gifts that large, and one specifically for athletics is very rare. If you'll notice, at other universities, some of the very large gifts name colleges or something like that. Well, one specifically for athletics is extremely rare. Question?
Yes, yes, this is a blessing, and I can just envision families here and everyone coming together, just fun times and laughter and great football. And I think it's going to bring all the communities around the Rio Grande Valley together. We'll see them all here. And Dr. Bailey says so many more exciting things are going to happen. So I'm excited about it.
I didn't hear the question, but because what was the question?
What's your feelings on having your name attached to something for a lifetime?
Well, we're very, very proud of that, but we're really just proud of the college. That's the main thing, and what the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley is doing for young people down here and for everyone. And the business school has been an example of what we can do. And I know we've got some great plans for the business school and the university and the athletic program. So what this is going to do is can connect from Rio Grande City to Brownsville, all over South Texas. But it's going to bring so much to the community and the young people. And you're seeing these graduates from UTRGV go out all over the country and just do phenomenal jobs. And one thing we want to do is we're trying to keep them here in the valley. Dr. Bailey has established a scholarship program a couple of years ago where students could stay and get their MBA, and 5 years education paid for 100%, but they had to stay in the valley for 5 years after they graduate. So that's what this program will do too. Partly, it'll get more students down here to get into the university, but once they graduate, keep them down here in the valley because we're growing at such a rate. This is one of the fastest growing areas in Texas and the United States. We have to keep the young people down here, and there's so many opportunities. So we're very, very proud of what the college is doing, and it's not about us. It's about UTRGV, and we're glad to be in a position that we can help.
Yes, good morning to all of you guys. I guess the last question that I have on my end, for you guys that have built this relationship, and you guys have been generous donors. Um, where do you guys now foresee this going in the long run? Now that you guys have been able to shore up here in a short-term run, going into the long term.
I guess I have the mic. So, in the long term, it, you know, you start things off, you plant seeds, and then trees grow, things mature. And that's what will happen here. What we're doing today, what we've been doing for the last 8 years, and at UTRGV, starting 9 in the fall, is planting seeds. Now, we've had some great success so far, and we'll see, I think, some fairly immediate successes from this. But really, the true success comes in the out years when our children and our grandchildren have all of this available. So think about this. Yes, this is for us. Yes, we want immediate wins, but really what we're doing is setting up a future and establishing a future for our children and their children that really, sets us up to be the equivalent of anybody anywhere. So when I started here, I wanted our university to be as good as any university in the state of Texas. I wanted it to be as good as Texas Tech, University of Houston, and we're well on the way to doing that. The same thing with athletics and with this gift. We want to be as good as anybody anywhere. This plants the seeds that will come to fruition and do that. So I think that's probably the best way of expressing that.
Hello, good morning. Um, this is a question for Chase. I don't know if you have any regarding update in regards to um, what conference UTRGV will be playing. I know there's been some rumors. Just wanted to address the elephant in the room.
Yeah, that's something that we'll talk about and work through at a later time. Today is about the Vackars and Bob and Janet and their generosity. Certainly our student athletes, and today is an example of that. Our student athletes are always front and center in every decision that we make. And today just underscores that with the generous support of Bob and Janet.